You want to find happiness, you want to be happy, Guru Granth Sahib is telling you to be happy. Why only bow down to him as a ritual? We were talking about Matha Ttekna yesterday. Some of the kids remember what Matha Ttekna? Yep, Hanji. Was anyone awake yesterday or alive? Hanji. You remember what Matha Ttekna is? What does it mean, Mr. Singh? Means giving your head. Matha Ttekna is not bowing down doing a ritual. When Guru Nanak came, thousands of Hindus were doing rituals. Thousands of Muslims were doing rituals. Thousands of Hindus. I'll tell you a little story about Guru Nanak before we began. All these people were in the river Ganges. You may have heard this before, but think about it and apply it to yourself. Don't just read it and leave it in a book. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj went to Ganges. And all the people there were throwing water towards the sun. And everyone's throwing water and they're all throwing water. And they're all standing in the Ganges, they're all throwing water, and the old men get in, they start throwing water. The young men get in, they all start throwing water. Everyone's throwing water. There's a lot of water throwing going on, is what I'm trying to say. To cut a long story short. And Guru Nanak goes there and he looks at it and he's like, right, I know what to do. The plan formulates in Maharaj's head. He looks at him and he thinks, what are these people doing? And he goes and he gets in the pani. And he goes, what are you doing? He asks them. And they go, we're sending water to our ancestors who have died. Guru Nanak goes, oh, really? And the water reaches your ancestors. Oh, yes, because the Suraj Devta takes it there. The sun, the sun god takes the water to our ancestors. And Guru Nanak goes, right. And he turns right round the opposite way and he starts throwing water. And everyone's looking at him, what's this madman doing? Everyone else is throwing water toward the sun. He's throwing it the opposite way. And people start saying, oh, he's crazy, he's lost it, he's insane. Has he got no akal? Has no one taught him anything? And then one person goes up to him and goes, listen, mate, come over here. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Hanji, dasso. And he goes, what do you think you're doing? We're all throwing water that way. You're throwing water that way. What is up with you? And Guru Nanak says, so you really believe this water reaches your ancestors? Oh, yeah, of course. We've been doing it for hundreds of years. Do it for 100 more years. Oh. Guru Nanak says, sorry I asked. And he goes, what are you doing? He says to Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak goes, if your water can reach your dead ancestors, then I'm sending water to my fields in Punjab. He goes, if your pani can reach those mare hoye bande, he goes, how can my pani not reach Punjab? And the Hindu guy looks at him and he goes, are you mad? He goes, have you lost it? How can water go, just by throwing it, go from here to Punjab? And Guru Nanak turns around and he goes, are you mad? Have you lost it? How can water you're throwing from here reach your dead ancestors? Don't be one of those people who's throwing water to the dead ancestors. You don't just have to get in the river Ganges to do that. If Matha Ttekna has become a ritual to you, you're doing that every time you Matha Tek. What is Matha Ttekna? Matha means your head. Tekna doesn't mean to put down on the floor. It means to give. It's saying to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you know when you come and Matha Tek, you're saying, Guru Granth Sahib, this head doesn't belong to me anymore, it's your head. Why could Baba Deep Singh fight with his head cut off? Because it wasn't his head. It belonged to Guru Gobind Singh. And Guru Gobind Singh could do whatever he liked with it. He could do whatever he liked with it. Guru Granth Sahib doesn't want your 2p piece in the Golak box. What does Guru Granth Sahib want? He wants your head. Why? Because once he's got your head, he can take all the mal, all the gand, all the pap, all the sins, all the evil, all the bad thoughts, all these lust thoughts, these thoughts of desire, these thoughts of anger, these thoughts of attachment, these thoughts of greed, these thoughts of hatred, which make you hurt other living beings. And he'll fill it with love. He'll fill it with harmony. He'll fill it with peace. He'll fill it with meditation. You want eternal peace. Why do you cut off the word peace and meet the eternal? You meet the eternal, you're bound to have eternal peace. You buy a new car. It'll work for how many years? 10 साल, बाद तो बाद 20 साल, फिर टूट जानी है, फिर नवी मॉडल आ जानी है. The new model will come out, the S class, the M class, the B class, the Z class, the E class, the this class, the that class. And then you go, oh, seen next man's car. Oh, look at the rims on that. Oh, you heard the bass in his Gaddi. Oh. Then the next man's going to get more bass. Then the world just keeps getting more and more and more and more and more. And you want more and more and more and more and more. Why don't you just kill the thing which wants things? Which is your mind. You don't need that car with the rims. It's your mind and this kamali dunya which tells you that you need it. You don't need to have the stereo with the bass. You're all right with a little cassette player. What more do you need to play? Satna Vaheguru aur kinna ki bajana. It's your mind which says, you'll be living in a perfectly big house, 8 bedrooms. Your whole family can sleep in a bedroom. But you'll still want the 51 bedroomer down the road. You'll be driving a perfectly good Mercedes. But if your next door neighbor gets a Lamborghini, you'll still be, your Trishna, your lobe